The finals.
Wow, look at this new TDM arena, June. We are in for a boom-worthy treat.
And Junior McJohnson, CEO of Alpha Acta, is here to give us all the details.
Glad to be here. So what you're seeing is our new TDM arena called the Peace Center. It's a secure live combat simulation zone designed for folks.
You're gonna get it done.
Yo, Grim,
The best thing.
Grim, we better get
The best.
Here we go. The Jet Setters, the Shock and Awe, and finally, the Socialites. The stage is set. It's showtime. In Quick Cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
Unlocking Vault 1, the Jet Setters are trying to book a ticket to fame.
Our teams have now formally introduced themselves as we've got our first elimination of the match.
Warm-up is definitely over.
We've hit our first team wipe and it's a showstopper.
The Shock and Awe picked up a cash box. The Jet Setters is engaging.
Time for a little revenge. The Socialites better be prepared.
A cash box now belongs to the Socialites. Ah, they just love that spotlight. The Shock and Awe got the cash box. The Socialites have been shown the door again with another team wipe.
Time to trade those party shoes for combat boots.
The Shock and Awe are stepping up. First cash out live. The Shock and Awe are back. Impressive steal by the Jet Setters.
Now that's how you play to win this game show.
Rotten luck for the Shock and Awe. Another team wipe.
That'll be a shock to their system.
Impressive steal by the Socialites.
They'll not get caught lazing around. It's time for them to move those virtual feet or face the consequences thanks to a laser.
A way to open the match. The Socialites land the first catch. Whoa! Rapid fire takedowns. A contestant on the Jet Setters just wiped out several opponents in one go.
Going for the revive.
Our orbital lasers event is still active, so our contestants need to keep moving to avoid going out like a light. The Shock and Awe find themselves on the receiving end of a wipeout again.
That's an absolute shocker, Scotty.
The Shock and Awe have taken up arms and are charging back into the arena. Team respond! The Jet Setters take flight, opening Vault 2. The Jet Setters swooped up a catapult.
Hold on to your respawn credits.
The Jet Setters have been grounded once again with a team wipe.
They stalled for sure.
The Shock and Awe swooped up a cash box. We've got the Jet Setters returning to the arena. The Shock and Awe are making waves as they gain ground.
Fired up.
Reloading! I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play. More shock and less awe as the Shock and Awe get hit by another team wipe.
That probably shook them up a bit.
The Shock and Awe just made their return to the arena. The Jet Setters just swooped in and stole a cash out.
Reloading. This my
One of our contestants is having fun with our destructible environment today. The Jet Setters are cleared for victory. Cash out complete.
And they stole that with confidence earlier.
A vault just spawned. Let's see who takes a crack at it first. We just passed the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
That's for sure, Scotty. Keep your eyes glued on this epic battle.
The Jet Setters are starting to soar. They're unlocking Vault 3.
taking damage.
The Jet Setters grabbed a cash box. The Jet Setters have launched a cash out.
Back in play.
A contestant in the Shock and Awe. Several opponents in one go. This cruise has been cut short again. Team down.
Yep, they're out of fuel for now.
The Jet Setters just made their return to the arena.
Looking hungry, so Shock and Awe should expect some retaliation.
Networking their way to success with a great steal.
Ah, that was so well played.
Doing things up.
Let's go already.
Another
I'm gonna go
surprise
down
and
to
another
there.
team wipe for the Shock and Awe. Neck and neck with an equal
Grateful.
cash score for
Thank
all
you.
teams.
Greatly
I can't
appreciate
wait
it.
to see how this unfolds.
This idiot manipulating.
I'm sorry.
Fucking idiot.
My
Another
bad.
vault has surfaced. Let the chaos unfold.
Sorry. Bandit combat.
The Jet Setters take flight, opening Vault 4. The Shock and Awe swooped up a cash box. arrived for the Jet Setters. Team White, current plate. The Jet Setters are re-entering the arena.
Sorry about that.
Awesome steal by none other than the Shock and Awe.
I'm going to revive. Hold on.
No, it's the older guy, man. Dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? Do you even know how to play the game?
Just 1 minute remaining.
Every second counts.
We still have 30 seconds remaining.
Concentration is key in these final moments.
Bandit out. Gotta reload.
10 seconds left.
I'm sorry.
The Socialites mixed polished strategy with high society pace to grab the win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. The high notes, the boundless, and finally, the big splash. The showdown starts now. The boundless breakthrough, opening Vault 1.
Reloading.
The boundless got hold of a cash box.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
Warm-up is definitely over.
I hope they didn't forget to stretch.
first cash out underway. The Boundless kick things off.
Reloading.
The Big Splash are back in action.
Reloading.
They're moving from one elimination to the next.
Quick reflexes after that attempt. Nice interception.
A devastating first team wipe just occurred.
Way to open the match. The Boundless land the first cash out. The high notes are prying into Vault 2.
Yeah, got one.
Another washout for the Big Splash. Tough times multiply.
No need for towels. They've been left high and dry. Let's see how our contestants adapt to the sky being a threat now.
With our Meteor Showers event still active, our contestants are coping with the universe, throwing them a fiery curveball at 12. It's all action now. The Big Splash have started a cash out.
We're at the end of this game show event.
Took a hit. Got one. Number one for you.
The Boundless will need to reboot. Team wiped.
They're in a bind now, Scotty.
Re-entering the arena.
They'll be aiming for payback. And as for the high notes, better watch out. Well, that was a bold play.
must just keep coming for the Boundless.
Looks like they just hit the ceiling.
The big splash aren't going to water down the intensity here as they complete a cash out.
Very impressive. They turned a steal into a cash out.
The Boundless are back and ready to avenge that team wipe. The High Notes are flying into Vault 3. The Boundless picked up a cash box. The High Notes are re-entering the arena. Nice play by the Boundless, kicking off a cash out. Now let's see the second unfold.
You can feel the momentum shifting with every play, Scotty.
Throwing some goo! The Boundless can't catch their stride. They're down again. With a wave of a heist halted. That's how you protect your earnings, folks. Well played.
Recharge armed. Gotta reload. Enemy reload.
Hitting a note of success, the High Notes just stole a cash out. Fastest to bank the funds, and we'll walk away victorious. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home.
We've seen our first team wipe, and it's not pretty.
Shame! The mighty have been wiped out!
Let's reposition. position! Up there! Enemy got me! One down!
The big splash jumped into the deep end. Cash out underway.
Moving, follow me! I'm reloading!
The mighty are down again. Another team-wide misfortune.
Scotty, someone meddled with their might.
Whoa, June. Are we starting a comedy duo? Because I'm feeling it. Impressive steal by the Tough Shells.
Rushing things up!
The mighty are back in action.
Retaliation is about to hit hard. The Tough Shells need to get fortified. A contestant is collecting eliminations one after another.
The Tough Shells secure their. The big splash can't catch a break. Team wipe again.
Line up! They're out for now!
We've got the big splash returning to the arena.
Jump!
The midpoint is here, and the stakes are climbing higher.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
A knock at the door of Vault 3 from the mighty. The big splash picked up a cash box. Clever play by the mighty. A cash box. Another tumble for the mighty. Team wiped.
You were so forceful! They have the big one and take charge!
The big splash got hold of a cash box. The mighty are back in play.
We could see a bit of tit for tat if they meet the big splash again.
Let's go over there!
blaze from the tough shells. Cash out underway.
Arming a mine!
strategy and armored speed with this win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. The Socialites, the Live Wires, and finally, the Steamrollers. Let's hit the ground running. Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
That's right, Scotty. This is going to be a nail-biter.
The Live Wires are cracking open Vault 1. The Live Wire swooped up a cash box.
Here we go,
Alrighty.
Scotty. The teams are getting to know each other out there. And by that I mean we
Field
have
cash
our
out A.
first elimination.
Warm-up is definitely over.
I hope they didn't forget to stretch.
What are you doing, man?
Going over to the cash shop.
No, the other guy's sitting on the spot.
Oh, well, it didn't load me in until just now, and I was standing still for a while, so that's probably what's happening. It's probably latency. That's fine. Pushing. Flashbanged him. I'm putting down foam. I'm a run. I'm low. Hopefully they don't see me. I have a melee on, so... This is a weird cash out map. I've never seen this one. I flashbanged him. I'll do it again. Idiot, that's the blue pass. I nearly killed all three of them. I got rid of all of them. I'm stealing the cash out. Nice, I stole it.
By the steamrollers.
Cool, I just got it barely. Right before I cashed out. That was
The
perfect.
steamrollers land the
I
first.
team wiped them too.
This team is just rolling out the place, Scotty.
Fuck, I died. It's fine though. Worth it. Worth it! Oh, we're alone by the way. We're the only two on their team. It's fine though. At least I got the cash out.
The steamrollers
Yeah,
have returned to the
sadly, but I did get that cash out, so it was worth it. I did a planned risk. Oh, we got people on our spawn. Go to the next vault. Don't pay attention to anyone else unless they actively shoot you.
They're opening Vault 2.
Just keep running. I'm gonna be pushing a lot during this, so try not to follow me too much. Alright. Good. Just making sure that you know. Ouch! I got riddled by heavy. A heavy pushed me really hard. I had to run. We're no longer the only ones on our team.
Not be happy with this. Everything
I don't think it
from
matters.
contestants to grenades are going to move differently.
Low gravity.
They got me. Flash.
God damn it, they were all there. Couldn't have done much. I'm running melee, so
The live wire swooped up a cash box.
if they're all there, I can't pick off any of them unless they're really chaotic. Unless it's really chaotic, and or if they're alone, melee isn't the best unless you have invis, which is what I have on.
It's all fun and games in the arena.
So hopefully they don't see me, you know? They probably won't though, because I am invisible sometimes. I got deleted midair. There's a guy to your left. Nice, right there. Yeah, that's good. They're really good shots, so be careful. I'm gonna respawn in 8 seconds. Run.
A contestant is weaving through opponents.
Dude, I don't know who that guy is, but he's pretty good with the shots. Like, he hasn't missed as of right now for me. I'm coming down. No, you're already rest. Okay. Yep.
The socialites have returned to the arena.
Let's hope they can avoid any awkward moments this time.
Oh, where are they?
Reload.
I'm here. I flashed. I'm pushing him. I saw him. He's low. I'm going around the back. I'm gonna flash. Watch out. Oh, they're not here. We're not even close to them. I see.
End of this game
I'm stupid.
event.
They're in the Ricky thing. I hate that. Where are they? I see them.
Throwing sonar grenade! Enemy got me!
I got lit on fire. I'm okay though. The guy who shot you is still in this house though, so be careful. I am going over to the cash out right now. I flashed somebody on the cash out.
The socialites will need to reboot. Team wiped.
Oh, they saw me. It is really hard to do cash out on this map.
Okay, let's go.
Because of the moving cash out, it's annoying to deal with. Because unless somebody distracts them somewhat, I will get deleted because I'm out in the open.
The socialites are back in play.
Alright, I'm coming back and I'm not going to be using my melee this time.
Stay on track.
Charged up and cashing in. The live wires completed a cash out.
Oh, the vault's right next to
The
me.
longer they play together, the better they become.
Come over to me.
Nice teamwork by the live wires.
You're good. I'm covering myself here, so I put up those walls. That was me. I'm gonna go around and see what I can see. Because if they start pushing us, I'd rather be ready for it. I pinged somebody. Over here.
Go! Move to cash out B!
They're on us.
The socialites have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Fully
On me.
recharged, I see. Could be bad news for the live wires.
Charge for cash out B.
Oh, I got deleted. I nearly killed them too, so... Yeah, just watch out behind you. Yeah. Put up some foam balls if you have a foam grenade. If not, just do what you can. In front of you. In base, make sure to keep your eyes out. Good choice. Yup, perfect. That was a good play. Holy shit. I didn't even see him. I barely even glimpsed his in-biz. That was crazy. I'm coming. Tell me if I should push.
As we cross the midway mark, there's no telling how this will go.
Energy in the air, Scotty. This is going to be unforgettable.
I got covered in foam. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of them there.
The steamrollers get flattened once more. Bad luck.
It's still possible, yeah.
The
It's
steamrollers
still
turned up
possible,
the
like...
heat and rolled back into the fight.
Ooh, things are about to get shocking. The live wires need to get ready.
The only problem we're having is it's so chaotic.
Steal by the socialites.
Going to ping.
Consequences, Scotty.
Don't push until it hits. Alright. They're all over there. Flashing. They're below us. I killed one of them. They're down below. Move. They're in the floor. I'm grabbing it. Oh shit! They're all together. Yeah. I tried pushing, but they saw me, so
Re-entering the arena.
unfortunate. Oh, it's unfortunate. We could have gotten into it.
They lit up the game with their
Whatever.
ability. Congratulations to our rising stars. the Socialites, the Shock and Awe, and finally, the Ultra Rares. All right, it's showtime, folks.
Down, and with that,
And not even a polite hello before they got started.
well, Scotty, sometimes actions speak louder than words.
The Socialites swooped up a cash box.
There's our first team wipe, and it's not a pretty one.
The Ultra Rares are re-engaging.
I sense some payback coming after that team wipe earlier. Watch out, the Shock and Awe.
The Socialites have opened the round strong. First cash out started. Reloading. The Ultra Rares will have to polish their strategy from the sidelines. Team wipe.
They might be rare, but they're not in mint condition anymore.
We've got the Ultra Rares returning to the arena.
I bet they're out for revenge. If I were the Socialites, I'd be on the lookout.
Guardian turret active. Fantastic steal by the Shock and Awe. What a way to open the match. Shock and Awe lands first cash. The Socialites are making an entrance, unlocking Vault 2. Team wipe calamity for the Shock and Awe.
Scotty, you picked the wrong way to inspire awe. Giant burning stones hurtling at you from above are easy to dodge, right?
The Socialites hold the cash box.
Reloading. Yeah.
Making it look easy, the socialites start a cash out.
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Impressive steal by the Shock and Awe.
That was unexpected.
Impressive steal by the Ultra Rares.
Gas mine deployed.
Cash out steal and its tracks by a contestant. That's how you play. One contestant doesn't seem to like rigid structures. Wonder how much will stand when they're done. A job well done by the Ultra Rares.
A brilliant steal led them straight to that one.
Tension is rising. The socialites grabbed a cash box. The Ultra Rares swooped up a cash box.
Reloading.
The Ultra Rares set things in motion.
Gooey things up.
As we pass the halfway point of the match, you could cut the tension with a knife, or an assassin's dagger, or a cheese slicer.
This is intense.
Denied! A contestant successfully guarded their cash out, blocking the steal.
Gotta reload!
Lightning come.
Movement set!
Find the mine. Gas mine set.
Rotten luck for the Shock and Awe. Another team wipe.
The Shock and Awe have been wiped.
The Shock and Awe are re-entering the arena.
They'll be coming for payback. The ultra rares better stay alert.
To the forefront in the match and storm their way to triumph. Congratulations to our rising stars! The Boundless, the Tough Shells, and finally, the Powerhouses. Get ready for a wild ride.
Greetings! Today, contestants will navigate a digital marvels and glitches as they compete for fame and fortune.
A treat for our fans as the Powerhouses are opening Vault 1.
That's our first elimination. Our contestants clearly mean business today, Smitty.
Our match is in full swing.
Full swing and then some.
The Powerhouses swooped up a cash box. Cash out launched by the Powerhouses. Gas mine time. Setting them up. Grenade out. attempt gone bust. That contestant wasn't letting their cash slip away.
We've got Team White. Things are heating up.
Throwing group grenades. The Boundless are back. Team respawn.
Turret deployed. Deploying turret. Throwing fire.
What a way to open the match. The powerhouses land the first cash out.
They're flexing their strength, and it's paying off. Prepare for a tumultuous turn of fortune as we've raised the damage levels in the arena to new extremes.
The Tough Shells picked up a cash box. The Tough Shells have commenced a cash out.
Contestant has hit a streak, eliminating opponents one by one.
The powerhouses will need to try again. Team wiped.
They've been knocked down to their foundation.
The powerhouses are re-engaging.
Back from that hard exit and ready to rock. The Tough Shells need to look out.
Turret deployed.
And that's the end of the mega damage event.
A setback for the powerhouses. They're down again.
This round is becoming a bit of a fixture.
The Tough Shells completed a cash out.
Tough Shells coordination could leave their opponents shell-shocked.
The stakes just jumped with a new vault on the field. Vault 3 is being pierced by the Tough Shells. The Boundless are back in action.
Who's ready for a hitting payback? The Tough Shells might be up next.
Reloading.
The tough shell swooped up a cash box.
Frag grenade out.
The tough shells start a cash out. A bad break again for the powerhouses. They'll want to recharge.
They couldn't keep the roof from caving in on their game plan.
Halftime. The tension is rising by the minute.
Right you are, Scotty. There's no time for a break, as anything could happen in an instant. For some payback, the tough shells better reinforce their defenses.
Thief just met a brick wall. That cash out isn't going anywhere. Can you believe it? Equal footing for all our teams. This is where legends are made. Tough break for our tough shells as they suffer another team wipe.
They tried to clam up the competition, but ended up getting shucked.
There's a breach over at Vault 4 by the powerhouses. The tough shells got the cash box. The powerhouses just respawned at full strength. Cash out.
It's all about heart and determination.
Another outage for the powerhouses as they get wiped again.
Scotty, even the best come grinding to a halt.
We're in the final 30 seconds. It's all or nothing now.
Let's see who can rise to the occasion.
Moving. Ten seconds. Using a hardened game plan, the tough shells outpace the competition to win this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The Vogues, the Big Splash, and finally, the Retros. And they are off. The Vogues are trying to leave their mark. They're unlocking Vault 1.
There's no turning back now. Our first elimination has kicked the match into high gear.
It's go time!
Absolutely, Scotty. Absolutely. The first team wipe is in, and the arena is buzzing.
The Big Splash got the cash box. The Vogues have returned to the arena.
A triumphant return, but if I were the Big Splash, then I'd be looking over my shoulder.
One less to worry about. I got the cash box.
The Vogue swooped up a cash box. A decisive move by the Vogues. First cash out started. But no cigar. A contestant swooped in to prevent that cash-out steal. The Retros will need to try again. Team wiped.
They've been archived, Scotty.
The Retros are re-engaging.
They look enthusiastic. The Vogues will want to stay clear of them or be ready to face the payback. A contestant is finding their rhythm, stringing together one elimination after another.
Impressive steal by the Retros.
Deploying turret. Drop the mine.
In the match, the Retros land the first cash out.
A flawless steal led to a big payout. Our orbital laser is on, and it's not a fan of loitering. All contestants standing still for too long will probably regret it.
The Retros are busy unwrapping Vault 2. The Retros swooped up a cash box. The Big Splash swooped up a cash box.
We've reached the end of this game, Sherman.
Back in action.
Another misstep on the runway for the Vogues. Team wipe.
It seems
The Retros are setting the pace. Cash out started.
Creating a smoke screen.
The Vogues are back in vogue.
Retaliation is about to flood in. The big splash will want to get out of the way.
Back to left. I'm reloading. Find the mine.
Another stage dive for the Vogues who only know one combo. Teamwork!
I hope they aren't planning on making this a trend.
There was no retro rocket opposing the Retros' advance today as they accelerated to the win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. The Kingfish, the Big Splash, and finally, the Boundless. Let's get started. Prepare for a whirlwind cash dash in Quick Cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
By the Kingfish.
That's open. That's gonna hurt.
Fight!
The Boundless swooped up a cash box. Bounding out of the gate, the Boundless have started our first cash out. Impressive steal by the Kingfish.
Turret deployed!
By a contestant in the Big Splash, and it all happened in the blink of an eye. Kingfish just got hit by another wave. Misfortune loves a target.
Being struck by lightning is so old school. Here in our arena, contestants that fail to keep moving will be struck from above by a laser beam.
The Kingfish have returned to the arena. The Big Splash land the first cash out.
Putting their full potential on display here.
Our contestants need to stay light on their feet to avoid attracting some unwanted attention, as our orbital lasers event is still active.
Out there. Let's see how far they can take it.
The Big Splash are unbolting ball 2. And just like that, a cash box has a new owner. Quick work by the Big Splash.
A contestant is moving from elimination to elimination.
I'm going up there! Move grenade set!
We're only halfway in, but the drama has been non-stop.
Every second feels like a lifetime, Scotty, and I love it.
Cash out set in motion by the Big Splash. The Kingfish just seized a cash out with authority.
Fortune favors the bold,
Gas
Scotty.
mine drop! Deploying a surprise! Special delivery! Frag grenade out!
Fantastic steal by the Big Splash.
A move that definitely sets the stakes higher, Scotty.
The Big Splash Scouts, the Retros, and finally, the Overdogs. And the doors are open. Go, go, go! Get ready for a mad cash chase to the magic number. Let's watch our contestants hustle, gather, and triumph in quick cash.
It's all about who can keep their cool in this high-pressure situation, Scotty.
Vault 1 is being opened by the Retros.
The first elimination is official, and with that, every contender now knows the score is serious.
Hold on to your result bucket hats. Brought to you by The Retros got the cash box. What a take charge attitude from the Retros. First cash out started. Cash out goes to the Retros. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
Solid teamwork like this could really pay off for the Retros. The first team wipe has dropped, and it's massive.
Just hit a logo. Thanks, wipes out.
Rising to the challenge. They're opening Vault 2.
Watch this here.
A contestant is on an elimination streak.
The Retros grab the cash box.
Contestants are in for an astronomical.
The Overdogs will need to try again. The Retros keep it open. Cash out in progress. the scene.
The vibe is shifting. The retros could be in for some serious repercussion.
Catch out the back for the overdogs. The retros are busy unwrapping Vault 3. The retros swooped up a cash box. The retros just jump-started a cash out.
Bumchaka la kamola kalu.
Steal denied. A clutch play out there in the arena. The performance is off key again for the Hinos. Team down.
They lost their rhythm and they paid for it.
Destruction and mayhem characterize the first half of this match. I can't wait for what comes next.
The teams need to maintain their focus if they want to come out on top.
Go for a steal on D!
There was no turning back for the Retros today as they take the victory. And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals. The Overdogs! All right, let's see who wants it more. Let's go!
Our teams have really come out swinging today, and now we've got our first elimination.
It's sink or swim time.
You're right. Who will rise to the occasion?
Back in play.
That's our first team wipe, marking a...
The Big Splash have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. The Overdogs swooped up a cash box. The Big Splash swooped up a cash box.
I'm going up there.
Great move by the Big Splash. First cash out started.
No, let's go far.
Great move there by the Big Splash, stealing that cash out.
Delivery.
Remember, that's illegal in many jurisdictions, but not here.
Reload. Enemy got me. Reload.
Our first cash out goes to the Big Splash. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
They're launching themselves full force into this match.
Move to cash out B.
The Overdogs are crowding into Vault 2.
Our state-of-the-art laser is now active and will punish any contestants who are standing still. Chop chop!
The Overdogs swooped up a cash box. The overdogs are going for it. Cash out initiated.
Scoop grenade out!
Nobody's well.
In a flood of action, the Big Splash just stole a cash out.
Enemy down!
I'm taking you so I don't get shot.
I'm back!
Gotta reload!
The overdogs will need to reboot. Team wiped.
I'm gonna switch to pistol and I'm gonna cook. We gotta go quick though. Oh, it's alright.
Congratulations to the Big Splash who made big waves with their winning strategy. We'll see you next time at the finals. The Boundless grabbed a cash box.
Back in play! Reloading! Cash box picked up!
The Vogue swooped up a cash box.
I'm gonna use that zip line!
Go, come here.
Hold for cash out A, now!
Vogues are setting the stage. Progress underway.
I'm reloading.
And there we go. First team wipe on the board.
Now, unlikely. And white.
The Boundless are back in the arena, folks.
Moving. Deploying a surprise. Toxic trap set.
Contestant is destroying stuff left and right. Look at them go.
Up there. Watch out. Up there. Danger up there. Sending crack. Danger up there. Up there.
The Vogues proved runway ready by beating the competition in this match. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. Here we go! The Ultra Rares, the Socialites, and finally, the Shock and Awe! Unleash our contestants!
And hello! It seems CNS has flipped our script to transform the arena into a hacker's paradise. Let the game begin.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the Shock and Awe. One contestant is trying out how much damage those walls can take. Keep at it, I say!
And with that encounter, we've got our first elimination.
That's the finals for you, folks!
Exactly. And it's why we love this show. Anything can happen. Looks like we've just witnessed our first Green white people.
The Ultra Rares swooped up a cash box. First cash out launched by the Ultra Rares.
A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
The Socialites have been wiped out again. The Socialites are back.
They're back after that wipeout, and the Ultra Rares may be in their sights.
What a way to open the match. The Ultra Rares land the first cash out. The Socialites are peeling into Vault 2. The Ultra Rares have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. Cash out in progress. The Ultra Rares are making it happen. The socialites are out of favor again, but another team wipe hits home.
Yeah, that stings like being cut out of your friend's inner circle. A contestant is collecting eliminations one after another.
The shock and awe have returned to the arena. A sizzling victory for the Ultra Rares in that match. Well done. And with that, we'll see you next time at the Finals. Fantastic steal by the High Notes.
One skilled play can change the game.
Guardian turret active.
Rapid-fire takedowns. A contestant in the High Notes has knocked down several opponents in one go. Our first cash out goes to the Powerhouses. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
It's really difficult to budge the powerhouses when they're united like this.
Steal it.
The match has its first team wipe, and it's one for the books.
The tough shells cracked once more, folks. Team wipe.
Somebody just soften them up, Scotty.
The tough shells break through, opening Vault 2.
Looks like the Contestants should expect a bit of a floating feeling.
Got one of them. Reloading.
The tough shells at the cash box. We continue with our low priority, which June tells me has not led to any revisions to the standard model of physics. Thanks for that, June. The High Notes got the cash box. Shucks, another raw deal for the tough shells.
Grenade out. Enemy got it.
3 loading. 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 3 loading.
The powerhouses are initiating a cash out.
Deploying turret. Grenade out.
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle! A contestant is on an elimination streak.
Hard cheese for the Tough Shells with another team wipe.
Tough luck. No way to soften that blow.
The Tough Shells have returned to the arena.
Reloading.
What is that? They're making it down.
Gas mine set. Gas mine time.
The powerhouses turned up the amps to register an electrifying win. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The Mighty, the Steamrollers, and finally, the Kingfish. The arena's calling. by Azult.
Fashionable and practical. Love those hats.
The Kingfish scooped up a cash box.
Team wipe and it's shaking things up.
The Steamrollers just made their return to the arena.
Let's hope they don't get caught in a dangerous spot again.
The Kingfish make an early splash. First cash out started. Slightly less than a mighty performance from Grenade. They're down again.
The mighty have fallen if it weren't so cliche.
The Mighty just made their return to the arena. Keep your eyes on the Steamrollers. What a steal. The Mighty won't want to make this a habit. Team White again. The Mighty are re-entering the arena.
Recognize that bunch. They have a bone to pick with the Kingfish.
Our first cash out goes to the Steamrollers. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
They're running the show right now. Just incredible.
Pushing into Vault 2, it's the Mighty. The Kingfish grab the cash box. down again. Another team-wide misfortune.
Okay, let's go!
And with that, they've gone from will to may to might, and that's a grammar joke, Scotty.
The mighty are back.
We've reached the end of this game show.
The Kingfish swims straight to the action. Cash out in progress.
Reloading!
Deploying a surprise.
Moving things up!
Slightly less than a mile from the mighty. They're down again.
They just couldn't muscle in on that play, Scotty.
A royal feast of rewards for the Kingfish. Mission complete. The Kingfish are trying to rule the waters, unlocking Vault 3. The first half was a roller coaster, and I'll be first in line for the next.
These teams are showcasing their best.
Frag out!
Kingfish grabbed the cash box.
Go, go, go! Got a cash box!
Cash out set in motion by the Kingfish. scales tipped in favor of the Kingfish in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home.
Control. PS5.